After spending 2 games in Dallas on the road, just how excited are you to get back in front of a Paycom Center crowd and a home crowd?
Really excited. It's always good to be home, especially the playoffs. I think they're doing the different color shirts today too, so that'll be a cool vibe.
What did you guys take away ultimately from Game 4 and just kind of the lessons that you want to apply here in Game 5 tonight?
First off, keep playing. It's still a game of runs, no matter how much time is on the clock. That's been one of our biggest lessons. Any little stint can win or lose you a game, so we've been really conscious of that. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot on a couple of our losses, so just kind of understanding that and holding that to a bigger value.
You say you shot yourself in the foot in a couple of losses. What are you referring to?
Costly turnovers, bad execution plays, and mind you, this could be like 1 or 2 plays in a whole game. So just kind of understanding that, and being willing to share the ball from 48, and kind of just do the right thing for the whole game.
The interaction between Kenrich and Lively toward the end of the last game. What was their point of view during that interaction?
I couldn't see because Jay Will was in my way, but that's just K. Rich. He brings a good gritty kind of energy with us. So he knows what he has to do when he gets in. I'm not saying he has to fight everybody, but you can kind of just see like our competitive spirit kind of shot up a little bit more when he was in the game. And he kind of knows we need that push. And being one of the older vets on the team, I thought he did a good job of kind of pulling us together. But it was kind of hard to actually see like what was even going on from the bench. But I kind of figured K. Rich was in the middle of it, and then once they kind of all got separated, he was. So.
Yeah, just Mark has admitted to there being multiple factors in the slow starts. Just what have you seen throughout the starts of some of these games that led to you guys maybe getting behind early?
It's kind of different every game. One game they shot really well. We were getting good looks that didn't go in, which is basketball. Other parts, like I was saying, are execution. We come down and may not execute a defensive scheme we want to do, and how you start can sometimes affect how you finish, or kind of where you're at in the game. So just kind of understand that. Like I say, there's a lot of ups and downs of the game, and sometimes just that's how the game starts. They can start on a run and start hot, or you can start cold. So
how have you evaluated your defense on Kyrie?
Just trying to make it difficult for him. The series isn't over, so I can't really give it an evaluation, but he's hit some really tough shots, like the left-handed floater across the lane, or I think he had the spin fadeaway too. It's just about making those guys shoot tough ones, and he practices shooting tough shots, so you just kind of got to live with making his life difficult. And if he makes shots, he does. He's Kyrie, so he's gonna find some of those a game. It's just about making it hard.
I know everybody's learning as you go, but do you feel like you've learned some things about him and what it takes to guard him?
Yeah, I think just having a constant compete level from jump. It's easy to kind of coast in the regular season when it's game 43 and nobody's really watching the games, or whatever the case may be. It's easy to kind of start slow, but with somebody like him, see a couple open shots go in, or just get open shots in general, it can change the tide of the game for him. So just kind of being ready to play for literally right when the tip happens.
What do you expect from Dallas tonight? Because they probably feel like they gave one away on Monday.
Everybody's gonna feel like they gave one away for like every game for sure, and that's kind of the beauty of the sport. So it should be fun. They're obviously gonna come out with energy. They won here last time, so they're gonna come in confident, aggressive. But yeah, they probably feel like they gave one away just with how the game was last game, and we probably feel the same way losing the last one or losing the one before that. So we take that with a grain of salt, but just kind of understanding that they're gonna come out hungry and ready to win.
How do you guys get more at the rim against this team with how they're playing?
I think just being patient, sharing the ball. We try to implement cutting and just kind of stick to what we've been doing all year. They have good shot protectors, and I think the more shots you hit, it kind of opens up the floor. So.
You had that massive welcome back at the airport the other night. You've been a part of a few of those now. What does that mean to you guys to have that type of stuff?
It's dope. It still blows my mind people go out there that late at night and will stand out there. But that kind of just shows, what's up, Biz? That kind of just shows the commitment that I think the fans have with us. And I think this year's been really different as far as like fan interaction with us. I think we've been really close with them. So it's always cool to go out there and greet them.
2 nights ago, you guys had the stretches where you weren't playing great, but you really never let them get too far away. What do you sort of ascribe that to? Where does that mentality to, just keep in there come from, do you think?
We understand it's a game of runs. Playing defense, I think defense. I think you really hold yourself accountable on defense. There's like I said, there's going to be times offense. You're not going to hit a shot, and you're going to have nights like that. I think we're like 2 for 16 from the three at one point in the game, like on good shots that we normally make. So I think just having a double down mentality on the defensive end and just kind of sticking with it there, and whatever happens on offense, kind of live with it.
Deb, there's a recent stat that came out that Case in the postseason is guys are shooting 26% on shots when he's a primary defender. What exactly makes him special as a one-on-one defender?
Good instincts, good feet. He understands where the help is coming from as well, to kind of guide guys there. I think to be a good defender, you also have to be really smart. Queso's smart, especially when it comes to the kind of defensive end, but he's got really good feet, good feel for it. Some guys are just naturally gifted when it comes to defense, just kind of understanding where to be. And, it's kind of like Luna's sense, too, just being able to navigate that. So he's doing a really good job, especially in his first year.
What did you make of his look in the fourth quarter, just in that lineup for most of that quarter?
He did a great job. I was able to switch with him and Kyrie, and I'm trying to think who else. Maybe I think Tim Hardaway was in the game. So I think, he just adds another element of us being able to kind of switch him into different things on defense and do that thing. Like I said, whenever you can add another great defender on the court and do that, we'll always, be happy with that. And he's been doing a good job of, kind of trusting us and being within that scheme and kind of playing within himself. So.
Do you know was there a moment you realized that this could be a really great defensive team? I mean, yes, you have really good individual defenders, but did you have a sense that, you guys might be an elite type of defensive team?
To add to your last question, he also had a big three transition that I threw to him on the right wing. So offensively, he adds a shot-making ability for us too. And then to answer your question, I think when you have a bunch of guys that are good individual defenders, when you can get a team to buy into that, and I think that's when stuff becomes special. Individually, everybody can be good, but you're great when you can add everybody together. Obviously, Chet was a big missing piece for us too, just as far as rim protection. So kind of got all the pieces added together, and it was something that we saw kind of early from when he was playing summer league or when he was here. Just kind of adds another element of that, and we have a bunch of guys that want to play defense. So.
Do you think it takes something to go from good or great individual defenders to really good team defense or a team mindset? Does it take sort of something more than just being, we got 3 or 4 good defenders individually sort of thing?
You got to be smart to play defense, especially within a team. I think that's just basketball in general too. I think individuality alone is not going to get you all the way there, but I think when you can kind of buy into what we're trying to do, in our case, I think that's when you can kind of take the next step. It lets you, I wouldn't say it lets you take off, but it lets you know kind of where your help's coming from, kind of where to guide. So it makes it easier when you know what you're doing.